What's up, good people? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you some information about this young kid, Carmelo Anthony, uh, Carmelo with a K, of course, arrested for murder against another 17-year-old young man who has a twin brother in Frisco, Texas. Now, I'm gonna give you some of the elements that could be a problem that I'm sure will be a problem for Mr. Carmelo Anthony. He's 17, which means in Texas he's an adult. Be tried as an adult because he is an adult under Texas law. Uh, and I'm gonna cut through all the emotional stuff, and I'm gonna show you just what the facts are, and I'm gonna give you some of what I believe could be an issue um, before this incident happened. This, along with the incident itself, then I'll let one of my friends I grew up with give his take on it because he has been where this young man might be going. And this clip we made probably back 3 or 4 months ago, but
I would tell that person that if it's anything that I could share with you, man, I would ask that you slow down in life and that you begin to look at your choices. And that you not only look at your choices, but you use foresight to look at the consequences, weigh the consequences. Because, Walter, what took me less than 5 minutes, I was in 30 years worth of trouble. Less than 5 minutes was in 30 years, calendar years of imprisonment.
Five-minute
Again,
decision.
less than 5 minutes cost me 30 years of my life. I'm 21, turning 22, coming home 52, turning 53, 30 years.
I asked for his permission to play it because he said something. And it was a warning to many young men. And nothing better than hearing that from somebody who lived it already. So anyway, I tell you this. This is a problem. So Carmelo Anthony, when he's arrested, he made some statements that it's not alleged I did it. I was defending myself. That's what he said. So he automatically put himself in a position under what's called raised justice statements, statements that are made before you get Miranda warnings, prior to the arrest, or in what's considered the twilight stages of the arrest. It's not by force, and they didn't ask you, you just started talking, right? Raised justice statements. So he made that statement. It's not alleged I did it. I was defending myself. Okay, so now if you go with that, there's some elements of self-defense that are very, very important. So in self-defense has to have a few elements, and the most important element, according to this situation, is the fact that he said, "Touch me and see what happens." Now, when you say that, that's provocation. You can't provoke anybody in self-defense. You cannot provoke anybody in self-defense. Then you got a school event. Now, in Texas, any knife that's 5.5 inches or less is legal, unless it's manifested in a way that's illegal. Manifested or used in a certain way that's not legal. But having possession of that knife itself is not a problem, unless you had a school sporting event. Now you got another problem, right? So you got a school sporting event, you got a weapon. Now you got provocation. So let's say, for instance, let's say that, for instance, the guy did take his backpack, pushed him, and they fighting this and that. His property. He's not choking you. He's not stabbing you. He didn't brandish a weapon. A lot of things there that they're gonna play with, right? And this is not a matter of opinion. These are just facts that we have, things that we see so far, things that we know according to the news, things that are in the media. How good the kids, either one of these boys are, fine, that's cool. Those are contributing factors on the other side. But the elements, true elements of this is you got a weapon at a place where it's prohibited, school track meet. You got provocation. Touch me, see what happens. Uh, that's another element. Then there's, you look at the boy's clothes. Carmelo Anthony's clothes. He doesn't have, his clothes not tattered. He's not punched in the face. He wasn't on the ground. When he ran away, nobody chased him. Nobody tackled him. Nobody fought him. A lot of things there that could be a problem. But that brings me to this, what I really want to talk about more than anything. The young man of the deceased, his father, showed some Christian faith, or at least said it on TV in a way that I probably wouldn't be able to do that. I just wouldn't be able to do it. You kill my son. I don't know. I don't know if I could take that. but that man showed a lot of faith, humility on camera. Whether it's true or not, it's not up for me to decide, but he said it, and he didn't want to make it a race issue. Unfortunately, there are some people that are making it a race issue. It's a matter of this little young boy, Carmelo Anthony, where's your father? And if you do have a father, where's the masculinity in your household to teach you some things that you won't be in these predicaments? And before I even say that, my condolences go out to this family. Austin METCALF, the mother, the father, the brother, all of them, all the witnesses, everybody. Also, condolences go out to Carmelo Anthony, his parents, because essentially, potentially, we could have several lives lost in this. Several lives could be lost in this situation. It's unfortunate, but I believe in this. When a young man is taught how to defend himself in a different way, when he's taught how to respond versus react, then another young man pushing you is not a factor. You can handle yourself. You can get him. You can do whatever you need to do. I'm a fan of young men taking martial arts. Muay Thai is good. I like Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, anything that gives you the confidence and the discipline to teach you how to avoid a fight. You know how to win one, but teaching you how to avoid one. And you look at some of these guys that are very highly trained guys. If you talk to any one of them, you know what they'll say? I try to avoid it. I try my best to avoid a fight. I do my best to avoid it. Even though they can do things, they try to avoid it. But for Carmelo Anthony, if he is given that, it's too late now. But there's a learning and teaching moment for a lot of young men. For all the people who think they want to justify and say it's okay for him to do what he did, I think you should think again. It's avoidable. It's uncalled for. A lot of lives lost. If you think I'm just joking and I'm biased, I'm going to let somebody talk to you in a way at the end of this clip that lived and went through what Carmelo Anthony is probably about to go through, more than likely. And he's one of many. But it starts at home. The same man I talked to in an interview would tell you, it starts at home. When you're protected, you're entitled, these other elements. Now, I'm not saying that's all him, because we really don't know the young man, but I'm telling you, those elements are contributing factors for the reaction of these type of situations. Taught how to win a fight, not taught how to defend it, to avoid a fight. Very big difference. Sometimes the masculinity is walking away. Just because you can pull a knife doesn't mean you should. Then the other question is, if you didn't have the knife in your backpack, would you have been under that tent? Regardless of who owns a tent, whoever owns a tent, it's marked for the other team. Not a big deal. Would you respond, talk recklessly, or would you argue? Would you take a chance on sitting there by yourself if you didn't have the knife? I don't know. It's a big question. But y'all tell me what you think. Get in the comments. Please let me know. Like, share, subscribe. My condolences again to all the families and people involved, the witnesses. I pray for all the families. One life is lost, and by the time this is all over, it could be two. But I'll tell you this. Self-defense cannot be self-defense when you add provocation. You can't provoke under Texas law for self-defense. You can't say, touch me, see what happens. That's a street code, not the penal code. All right? Y'all take care. Till next time, peace.
Can you keep a secret? You can? Well, put the phone to your ear. You got it there?